Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld again. Thanks for stopping by, and just remember, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, feel free to take a look at some of my other videos if you like. You can find them all in playlists in the description down below. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about PVE and AI, and how I think they could be improved in current shooters. And by PVE, I'm not just talking about campaigns, I'm talking about PVE co-op and AI brought in to supplement the PvP experience. The reason that I'm covering this topic now is because so many franchises like Battlefield and Battlefront are obviously moving away from PvE. So the question is, do games need a healthy mix of both, or can they survive without? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. But anyway, to get started, let's take a look at Rainbow Six Siege, which obviously has a pretty big focus on PvP, but also has the super fun Terrorist Hunt mode. In Terrorist Hunt, you basically play co-op against AI, which might not seem that impressive, but actually is pretty challenging. In fact, whenever I play Siege, I tend to play this mode because I'm not really a fan of the balancing and the netcode problems in PvP. And also, unlike in PvP, you have a lot more enemies to shoot at, and you won't ever have those rounds where you literally don't fire your weapon. Where I think they really missed the mark in Siege though, is that they didn't implement friendly AI teammates into the PvP modes. I mean, one of the biggest issues with this game is players leaving the server, so I don't understand why they couldn't have used bots to fill the gaps. Sure, the bots wouldn't be as good as a regular player, but at least they'd give you a bit of backup, and they'd give the enemy team more targets to shoot at. And most importantly, if a new human player joined the server mid-round, they could just take the place of the bot instead of having to sit in the spawn screen. Now, this system is tried and tested because it's basically what's in Arma 3, where basically any player slots that aren't filled become friendly AI that follow their squad leader. This means that even if you don't have a full team of human players, you still have a full squad in play, each with their own set of skills. For example, if you're playing a marksman role, you won't have the ability to take out armor, so you'll need an AT guy to help you out. And also, if you get shot, you're gonna need a medic to pick you up, so even though they're not as smart as a human, an AI still gets the job done. At any point, a player can jump in and control one of these playable AI, at which point the AI stops and the human player takes over. But the best thing is that the AI can also take on roles that human players might not want, for example, transport heli pilot or artillery crew. The enemy team can also be made up of a combination of human and AI players, and you can even assign AI to garrison certain objectives. This means that you never have a lack of targets to shoot at, which is a big deal in any shooter game, and especially in one as big as Arma 3. Now, finally, there's games like Battlefield and Battlefront, which, like I said, have started to shift their focus away from AI and PvP modes. The devs are obviously spending the majority of their time in these games focusing on the PvP, and as a result, the AI is starting to suffer. Take the PvE modes in Battlefront, for example. They don't really feel like much of a challenge, especially when you compare them to Siege or Arma 3. And what's more, there's no campaign in this game, which means that there really won't be a lot for players to do once the online player base is gone. The sad part though is that anyone who's played the earliest games in these franchises would know that AI was always a big part of the experience. In fact, pretty much my entire time with Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 was spent playing against AI, and yet I still rate those games very highly. Personally, I'd really like to see bots return in Battlefield and Battlefront in the same way that I mentioned in the Siege example, so that there's always a full team. And also, most importantly, I'd like to see PvE done properly, on a much larger scale, and like in Siege, with AI skilled enough to make the modes worth playing. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up my quick thoughts on this topic, so let me know what you think of PvE in current games, and what you'd like to see changed. Also, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Check out the links in the description if you want to see more videos, and as always, see you later and have a good one.